1/16 scale. So that means 1/8 times 2, right? And already this side of it is 8, which is 16 feet, right? And so I want to make that into a 16 by 16 plan. That's the size, the footprint of your tower. And I am also then gonna make that 8, which is 16, and that 16, which is 32, right? And I'm gonna show the grid of your plan. Got it? So kind of automatically, there's my tower, and I want to see what that perspective looks like. And then I've also done one thing, and you might start with like your ramp, or you might, I just put and I haven't finished it, but it's okay. I'm going to show you what I want to do. I put the 4-foot circulation all the way around it, right? I didn't quite do that right, so don't worry about that. And you can, but let's just see what the tower looks like, right? So I've got a measuring line, a ground line, everything that you just did in your exercise, right? I'm just doing an overlay of that to find it, and I'm going to go ahead and keep the same station point, right? And so I am just going to concentrate on drawing the tower right now. Oh, I didn't need that one. Eraser? Didn't I have an eraser? I thought I had an eraser. Is this a good eraser or a bad eraser? This is a good eraser. Right, I've got my, I'm doing this so I can see it. There is the tower, correct? So I've got my, just the same. Should have done this first. You've already done this, you're just doing it again. Except I'm gonna change the horizon line. I'm gonna move it down to 8 feet. I'm gonna move it down to 12 feet because I'm interested in a landing at 8 feet. So I've got my horizon line at 12 feet, right? 4, 8, 12. If I've gridded it, I can find that really easily. I'm using the same vanishing point and the same vanishing point. Oh, sorry, here. At 12 and at 12. VP right, VP left. Measuring line right here of the tower. Got it? Right? It vanishes to there, and it vanishes to there. Got it? Here and here. How tall is the tower? Measuring line right here. Vanishing points to there. Pretty dramatic. And to there. So it's more dramatic because I'm lower, right? I'm looking up. And I want you to see how quickly 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and I can do the grid. Everybody follows, even if I don't finish them. And how can I find the vertical? Well, I'm not going to show you the trick yet. So I'm going to say that I can go to each of these, right? See each of those 4 footers to here, to, this is how you're going to do your stairs, to there. I'm going to every 4 feet. With me? No?
Yes.
glazed over at this point here where that hits, and it's one of them is here, one of them is here. They get smaller as they move back. So I'm starting to, I see the grid of the tower. Watch this now. This is where the 4-foot circulation is, right? I can push, since that's in front of the picture plane, I can push it back and push it down and take this line right. Well, I don't want to do that yet. Let's do this one yet. Well, 4 minutes. Okay, good. So I want to take this line. I'm going to push this. I want to try to find that 3-dimensional, right? That second facade that we talked about, the 4-foot that goes all the way around it, that my elements are located at. So I've got these 2 points, right? That's what I want to find because I know that it's going to go this way, right? And it's going to go this way, right? Got it? That line is here, that line is here. I want to find how far that goes out. And I can push them back. Just like I can pull it forward, I can push that line back to there. I can take it down to there, right? And I can vanish that here. And that already starts to be, I didn't find the 4-foot grid on that one, so let me do this one. So there's also that point. I can push it back to there, down to here. I don't want this to get too complicated. I'm just asking you. So there is that 4-foot grid of that second facade, right? And to find that grid on the ground, it moves out. All of those vanish, right? And that's going to be your ladder, that's going to be your stair, that's going to be your ramp. Some of you start at 0 and do a 1-foot ramp, which you can again scale over. So you can start to find, if I can find this 8-foot landing that I want to find for that first stair. I know that right there is 8 feet, right? And it's moving back, right, along the tower edge and back to that point. Do you see that? Where that landing would be? And I would find, I think I'm losing you at this point. So I just want you to kind of begin to think about your tower, look at it, begin, and we'll work on that in class, right? The whole idea is get that exercise done so you can look at it. It's right here. On top of that, just kind of lay out using everything that starts the same way. A 16 by 16, and we're just saying we're doing a micro version of it. So instead of it being 16 and 32 feet at a quarter scale, we're just going to use 1/8, right? Which means it's 8 by 8 by 16, right? 8, and it already is, right? So that's kind of nice. That's already 8 feet. So I'm just going to make that 8 feet. And I can divide that up. I didn't even have to measure anything. I just used a 45 and a 45, and I used a crossing. And I can find my 4-foot grid very quickly. And then I can start to kind of play with this thing. I can move I can do another version and move my